Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to this new episode. I'm super excited. We got a new marathon by Michael, and there's a couple of. Wait a minute. I do know 4 of the 5 artists that we're gonna react to today, and there's a little bit of some. There's an email that Michael provided me with, and I'm gonna read it for you guys. So again, first of all, thank you, Michael, for sponsoring the marathon, making this video happen. Thanks everyone for watching, for liking, for subscribing, sharing the video, all that good stuff. And yeah, so we're here. We just reached 93,100. Like, I can almost taste it in my mouth. The 100,000. It's just a beautiful thing. Like, I can't believe it, that we made it so far, but it's a lot of fun, and it's been quite a journey. Thank you so much. So this is Michael's email. It says here, its title is "Don't Be Afraid," and it features songs that focus on fear. Fear is the mind killer. I'm just like, it actually is very true. It's from Dune, and it is, if you're afraid, your mind can pretty much take over your body. And if you have a strong mind, then you can, deal with a lot of problems, health wise, just mentally. And so, yeah, I think it's very important. So I'm going to be paying a lot of attention to the lyrics in this one. So it says here, it's a mixture of new artists and familiar artists from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. A little info below. All right, so we're going to start it off with the with Imogen Heap. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Getting Scared Now is the song, and from the album Megaphone from Megaphone from 1988. Imogen is a very creative artist, and it says, has released her own music as well as much with the band Frau Frog. She's an accomplished pianist, who also integrates technology into her music. Very interesting. Then the legendary Kate Bush, Hammer Horror, from the album Lionheart, 1979. You know Kate, of course. This is some of her earlier work from her second album, a fun, campy song about theater and maybe a murder. All right, cool. Tragically Hip, the Tragically Hip, Scared, from the album Day for Night, 1994. You're familiar with the Hip, of course, but this one is a little different from their straightforward rockers. I think you'll really enjoy the interplay between the 2 acoustic guitars and the bass. All right. The Indigo Girls, featuring Michael Stipe. Kid Fears is the song from their self-titled debut album 1988. Indigo Girls are known for their creative acoustic guitar work and their unique blend of voices. This powerful song introduces a third set of vocals in the final act by Michael Stipe of R.E.M. Okay, a great song that I hope you will enjoy. And then this one is by Fleetwood Mac, I'm So Afraid. Their self-titled album, which is also known as the White Fleetwood Mac album, 1975, the first Fleetwood Mac album to feature Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. This is a dark, haunting rocker written and sung by Lindsey Buckingham, with great pounding drums, a strong, moody organ by Christine McVie, and some blistering guitar work from Buckingham. It's a real banger when they perform it live. All right, thank you again so much, Michael, for the information. And pretty much now I don't have anything to read, just gonna listen to the music. Again, thank you so much, Mike, for this new marathon, and for getting me into these bands more and more and more, because this is pretty much the style that Mike listens to, and I really love it. It's a different, everybody sticks kind of to their guns when they request marathons, and it's I like that. It's like, oh look, when I get a request, I'm like, oh cool, I know what it's gonna be about. Like for example, Matt, you know, sends a lot of punk and a lot of weirder music, and there's the ones that do a lot of jazz, and there's the ones who do a lot of prog. So this one, Michael keeps it kind of like always a little bit open for the stuff that's popular, but also sometimes does stuff very, very obscure. Like for example, not that it was obscure, but very new. The one that we did last time, where I was like, I'm not gonna put the names of the albums in the description because nobody's gonna click on it, because just because it's new, people are gonna think it's bad, you know. So which it wasn't. It was amazing. So here we go with Imogen. I think I'm pronouncing that word correctly. Imogen Heap, and then Getting Scared. So here we go. Thank you again, Mike. Thanks everyone for being here, and here we go. Yeah, I can definitely hear the electronic influence here right off the bat.
Turn your ugly face. Are you so surprised to see me? Yeah, I was your little childhood playground toy. And if I remember, yeah, if I do remember rightly, I said the tables will be turned around, boy. Who's getting scared now? Tell me, how does it feel? It feels so good from where I'm standing. The only times in my life the sun was meant to shine for me, yeah. You made it pour down with tears of rain, and dug my pride with a knife, engaged by your obsession with me, yeah. Time was a mental torture, and screams of justified pain. So you're gonna chase me now, boy. Yeah, you're gonna corner me now, boy. You think you're gonna threaten me now, boy. Well, somehow I don't think so. Yeah, you're gonna stamp me down now, boy. Yeah, you're gonna crush me down now, boy. You think you're gonna threaten me now, boy. Well, somehow I don't think so. Who's getting scared now?
I love her. I love her voice. Reminds me a lot of Alanis. I'm sure you're, familiar with Alanis Morissette, and this is a self-produced artist. Over 20 years, and she has her following 8 million listeners a month. That's awesome. I love the bass, like very deep, like boom, 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 boom. Like almost sounds a little bit industrial, gives me just vibes of like different artists that do that kind of stuff. Very cool, very, very cool. Like I love like you said, the electronic influence there. I like the way she delivers her voice, and the whole thing. Very, very cool bass. Everything so far really, really cool, interesting, and I'm happy that's a first timer for me, this one here. Let's keep going.
Who's getting scared now? Tell me, how does it feel? No, it feels so good from where I'm standing. Yeah. You're getting scared now. Wow, piggy, go ahead and squeal. No, it sounds so nice from
beautiful.
Who's getting scared now? Tell me how does it feel? No, it feels so good from where I'm standing. Yeah. You're getting scared now. Wow, baby, go ahead and squeal. No, it sounds so nice from where I'm standing. Who's getting scared? Who's getting scared now? Who's getting scared? Who's getting scared now? Who's getting scared? Who's getting scared now?
All right. Really cool. The piano was really interesting. The first time that I kind of like got into this kind of music, or I realized, because I was never into like electronic music, not the electronic music like of the 70s, I guess, like Giorgio Moroder. That one I've been, I guess, listening to my entire life because my dad is good friends with him, and he used to live in Munich, so he was constantly around my father. And as you guys know, Donna Summer lived in Munich, and she was kind of like, that was like a circle my dad would kind of like frequent in. And you know that Giorgio Moroder, he was like the pioneer of that kind of music in Munich. And even the band Daft Punk, if you know them, they're amazing, from France. They kind of like did a tribute to him on this, one of their latest albums, which is amazing. But so that's why I got introduced into like electronic music. But as an adult, I guess the first time I watched The Matrix, the soundtrack was very like, I don't know, it had classical music, it had electronic music, but very like industrial, like, you know. That movie's just so revolutionary, still holds up so well. I highly recommend it if you haven't watched it. We still have to get Alexa's dad to watch it. Like, he has to watch it. It just changes your perception a little bit on movie, like pop culture, you know. But this was a great track. I loved, like, it, that it got kind of like heavy. It reminded me a little bit of bands like in style, not in the singing, just like the music, like Rob Zombie, or there's another band that sounds very industrial. What are they called? It's a guy who basically shaves like the this part of his head, and I'm not talking about Peter Gabriel. This is later. What are they called? I'm just gonna pull it up here real quick, because that's like, okay, it should be on the Matrix soundtrack too. No, not Ramstein. The Prodigy. There you go. Yeah, The Prodigy. Check out The Prodigy. Maybe I'm totally off, but hey, it's worth a try. So now, next one, Kate Bush. I mean, what can you say about Kate Bush? One of the most talented female, you know, artists that I know in that genre. You know, prog and just art rock and art. Just very artistic music, you know, very, very, there's so much to hear, you know, from her. There's so many styles. She can do it all, and she doesn't she's not afraid to go a little bit in against the rules, and I love that about her. Like experimental stuff, and I love that. So, and she's highly respected in the music world by the best of the best. So here we go with Hammer Horror. I just love her voice, and she's just amazing, and she's just the dearest. I mean, if you see interviews, she's just adorable and just a nice person. So here we go with her Hammer Horror. Telling you. Wow. Wow, so different, from anything else. Wow, it's almost like, and I can't really say like because it's 79, but it almost does sound a little bit ahead of its time. Not that I think one of the, I guess the most amazing music came out in the 70s, but the 80s were also very good. And I think it got a little simpler in the 80s, but not everywhere, just I think the radio. But she's just like so like artistic, the way she sings, and she always goes into this very high register that's very pleasant to listen to, and it almost sounds like, I don't know how to describe it, like an angel, and how the way she was harmonizing with that, and just the whole the entire experience. It's like literally an experience. It's just a song. It's like the whole fairy tale kind of thing. She just is so good. It's ridiculous. I love her. I love her style. It's so unique. You can't really, there's nothing really like it. It's like one of those artists, like Holdsworth, and I know I talk about him to death, but hey, you have to deal with it. He's literally a genre in itself, and that's why a lot of people don't listen to him or don't like him, because they don't understand him. And so I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't understand this. They would be like, there's so much randomness, but that's the beauty. There's just there's artists that you can categorize. They're so original and so out there that you can't really, like Frank Zappa. I mean, what is that anyways? Frank Zappa is everything from fusion to jazz to prog to just insane, like madness. How do you categorize him? You can't. It's like he's Frank Zappa. It's impossible. And that's the same with Kate Bush and some guitar players, that I know, and some just bands. Yes, they're in the specific category supposedly, because we're always gonna try. Humans are always gonna try and categorize, like, okay, this movie is science fiction, this movie is drama, this movie is horror, and but sometimes they do break those boundaries, and they're like, you don't really know what genre you're really watching or listening to. And that's what happens with Kate Bush. She just like breaks all those genres or boundaries or whatever. She's just like original, 100%. Really, really cool. Okay. So let's keep it with the theme. Scared is the next one. The Tragically Hip is the next tune we're gonna listen to, and here we go. It's tickling.
I can make you scared if you want me to. I'm not prepared, but if I have to, I said I can make you scared. It's kind of what I do. If you're prepared, here's what I propose to do. You're in Russia, and more a million works of art were whisked out to the world.
Very different.
When the Nazis find the whole place dark, the thing God's left the museum for good. Make you scared. That's what I do. If you're prepared, if I have to, if I make you scared, and you paid me to, that's the deal. Now here's what I can do for you. There's a focus group that can prove this is all nothing but cold calculation. lips have shown that suspicious or hostile. Their lives need not be shortened. Truth be told, they can live a long, long while, tickled to death by their own parts. If you make me scared, if that's what you do, if I'm unclear, can I get out of this thing with me and you? If you feel scared, a bit confused, I gotta say, this sounds a little beyond anything I'm used to. There's a precious few that can prove that at the root this is all nothing but cold calculation. Clearly entranced, you're leaning back now. Defanged destroyer limps into the bay. Down at the beach, it's attracting quite a crowd. As kids wade through blood out to it to play. Okay, you made me scared. You did what you set out to do. I'm not prepared. You really had me going there for a minute or two. You said you made me scared too. I wasn't sure I was getting through. I've gotta go. It's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Yes. Wow. Okay. So yeah, totally different from their other work. Like just an acoustic guitar, great voice, and you know, just beauty. You know, the beauty of the guitar. You know, actually, you don't really need anything else. Like honestly, I want to recommend you a album, Michael. Please do yourself a favor and listen to it. It's from it's recorded by Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam, but it's a pretty much a motion picture soundtrack for Into the Wild. And let me see, what is this? It's UMG. Okay. Oh man, I would just love to play a piece, and to get you into it. And but if I play like 5 seconds, then it's gonna get copyrighted. Oh man, I don't know what to do because there's already so much UMG. I'll do it in another video. I'll do it. But just listen to it. So it's for Into the Wild, the movie. For the music for the motion picture, directed by Sean Penn, his directional debut. Amazing film. And also the people involved in the movie are just fantastic. It's a true story. It really happened. And the soundtrack is just magical. It's one of those, like, I can listen to that all the time. It never, like, it's just so relaxing and pure and beautiful. And Eddie Vedder's voice is like just amazing. And yeah, just listen to it. It reminded me a lot of this. It reminded me honestly a lot of this. You know what? Just screw it. Let's just do it. I don't know which one to pick, because like the ones that I really know by name are a little bit on the longer side. But hey, let's just do the first track. It's just 1 minute and 30 seconds. Here we go. So this is Eddie Vedder. I usually never do this. I never add like a song to a marathon, but it just reminded me so much that I'll do it. And here we go. This is called No Ceiling from Into the Wild. Let's see if it. I maybe might, if this is like super heavy, then I'm gonna have to edit the video, but I don't think so. It's just the same style. Let's listen. The music that Alexia got me into when we first started dating. This is one of the soundtracks of our lives. And oh man, it just like, it always, makes me tear up. It's a wonderful movie. It's a wonderful soundtrack. And just, you have to listen to it. This was just one song, and this is Eddie Vedder. It's just, I think he's just a magician, And I'm sorry, it didn't have to do with fear, but it was just, I had to play this to you. Okay, now going I guess it was nice because we're gonna have some Indigo Girls, and remember that Indigo Girls reaction. I don't know exactly who it was, but it's an acoustic piece, just her and the guitar live. Type it in, you will see. It's usually when I do a live video, the corner down here has like a little, you will see that it's a live video. Oh my god, I even got some tears flowing. So this is Kid Fears from the Indigo Girls. Here we go. Beautiful.
Pain from pearls. Hey little girl, how much have you grown?
Beautiful harmonies.
Pain from pearls. Hey little girl, flowers for the ones you know. Are you on fire? Secret staircase, running high. You had a hiding place. Secret staircase, running low. They all know now you're inside. Are you on fire? Skipping stones, we know the price now.
It's perfect.
Innocent will do. How much further you can spin? How much further if you are screwed? Are you on fire?
Are you on fire?
From the years.
From the years.
What would you give for your
What would you give
Wow, that was so good. And then Michael Stipe, you know, filling in. He has such a great voice. I think this went very well with the, you know, with the Tragically Hip song, and then Eddie Vedder, and then this nice acoustic set, you know, 3 songs. And now we're gonna, you know, top it off with some Fleetwood Mac. But again, this was beautiful. I love how they harmonize, how, you know, serene it sounds. And there was something else I wanted to say, but I didn't want to pause. I think they did a great job, you know, like the harmony of the 2 female singers, and then Michael doing a couple of parts in between the harmony, you know, and it's just a great song. Like, I think it's a really nice acoustic set we created here together. All right, so last one is Fleetwood Mac, and I love Fleetwood Mac, and I love all variations of them. I love the one, you know, the first album. I loved when, you know, Stevie Nicks joined. A lot of people don't. They think, I don't know, they have, you know, their whatever they think. I think whatever I've heard of Fleetwood Mac, doesn't matter what year or what album or what lineup, is amazing. So I'm sure this is going to be also very, very good. So let's give it up for them. And this is called I'm So Afraid. Here we go. Those guitars. I love solos like this. Reminds me of Pink Floyd. Yeah. That's what I love so much about David Gilmour. Okay. Like when he's, I mean, yes, he has some fast passages, but very rarely it's because it's not necessary for him, you know, when he plays. And the same here with him. It's just all about the feeling, and I love the harmonization of the guitars. Fleetwood Mac is always a winner. Like there's not, I haven't so far, I haven't heard a bad song, you know, I haven't. And I love that they have instrumentals, and it's a little bit like what happened with Steely Dan, you know, like there's everything I've ever heard by Steely Dan is good. Like there's not one song that I would skip, or, you know. So yeah, great tune. And it was kind of cool to just experience the first time, you know, they had these other elements, you know, in the band. And I love that we also did, you know, the instrumentals, and just getting a broader picture every time of Fleetwood Mac. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you so much, guys. What do you think? What did you like the best? Was it the first one, the Getting Scared? Was it Hammer Horror by Kate Bush? Was it Scared by the Tragically Hip? What did you think of my song that I added? Indigo Girls, beautiful, and then Fleetwood Mac, just masterful, you know. Thank you so much again, Michael, for this awesome marathon. Guys, like I said, let me know in the comment section which was your favorite one. And also, I mean, you guys always suggest, of course, songs. And yeah, you know, like, just let me know what you think. And please do like the video and share it if you can. If you have a friend that likes music, you know, maybe that person, you know, maybe if you only have one friend who likes music, or if you have 5, try, you know, you can share these videos. There's a way, even on the phone, when you share, you can copy the link, and you don't have to share it to like social media. You can share it, I guess, to all kinds of like as a phone message, or if you use social media, you know, like, I don't know, but it's just like, it gives the marathon so much more life, because since these videos are not monetized, YouTube doesn't really care about them, only if you look them up. And that's why they don't get like a lot of views, because YouTube doesn't push out the video, like, so it doesn't really randomly like appear on your phone like all the other stuff that we watch on YouTube. That's like all monetized stuff. So since it's not monetized, they're like, well, you know, you will keep it on our website. But that's just the problem, you know, with stuff that's not monetized, that if you don't really look for it, then you can't really find it. So that's the problem. But again, thank you so much, Michael. This was awesome. Every track was beautiful. Thank you so much. My musical education is like literally this is like my second musical, or what I would say my third musical education, and more music appreciation, you know, because I don't really take notes like I used to. Maybe I should because I always forget names and stuff, but it's more about this music appreciation, because there's so many styles that I would just like find myself avoiding for some reason, not because I didn't like it, because I didn't know. And that's pretty much the thing that makes a lot of people not listen to a lot of music, because they just don't know it. They never experience it, because it's just like, well, it can't be that good because I don't know about it, you know. So that's the mentality of all of us. So again, thank you so much, Michael. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.